right, let's see. I think we're going. I'm gonna double check. We're going and see. Yep, there we go. I got stuff happening. Stuff is happening, people. I think. Doop-a-doop-doo. I need to see if and when we are going to be picking up a visitor here to hand off for the stream day. It's a stream day on Scarworld. It'd be nice if I could check the audio. I'm just gonna let it fly. We're just gonna see how this works. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Howdy. Howdy do. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
That's the torch.
Okay, gotcha.
Or the kazoo. I guess it's called the kazoo.
Kazoo.
And I got the book for you.
Super duper. Thank you. I think I fixed everything to be able to stream live now. And yeah, I think I am safe to accept a raid.
Okay.
Just double checking all my widgets and such. Yeah, looks good. Okay.
And I'm in the processing the raid right now.
Super.
I need to click raid now. And there we should go.
Okay. Excellent.
Have a nice stream.
Have a good one. Take care. And good luck tomorrow. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Okay. Let me see here. I'm at spawn. Let me go back to home and head over to the bed. Greetings, people. How are you? We're going to be looking at some redstone today, and possibly, if there is, if everything works okay, we'll see about a Minescript procedurally generated wormhole that I'm working on for Mazzy Crafter. He requested a wormhole, and he showed me a picture of what he was looking for, and I said, you know, I think I can do that. I think that should be doable. So actually, just before I turn my camera off, because I'm probably going to have the camera off, because, well, I don't know. We'll leave the camera on for now. I got my Scarverse shirt. Let's see. Yeah, it was nice to see him have some merch for sale. That was just his stuff and not like a, you know, I know sometimes you only get a certain portion of things if it's like a big group thing, so I figured why not support the guy we're patronizing here. So yeah, so this is if you haven't been here before, this is the ship. We're going to be adding some internal redstone lighting to the left and right front and back flanks here, if you just need to see what it looks like. This is it. So there's going to be some new lighting features that show up in these areas as the daylight turns off. I've been debating whether or not to have it running during daytime, or if all my redstone lights should just be on at night. Haven't quite decided. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on there. Hey, Eldinor. Eldinor? I've read it a bunch of times. I've just never tried to say your name. Eldinor. Eldinor? I think that's right. Yeah, so this is actually an auto dispenser that I'm going to be installing up here in the main welcome center. If I can get there, here we go. Fly, fly, fly. I started digging a hole to install it in, but then I realized I didn't know how I wanted to do the actual auto dispensing. So part of that is I need to have a hole for it to auto dispense from, and we'll be dealing with that once I'm ready to put that. It's basically a way for you to put things in to get auto sorted. Some stuff seems to be popping in to this overflow chest. Actually, I'm going to turn some sound down. Master volume down just a little. And yeah, I think that should be fine. So let's get started with that. Some other things that we're going to try and put in is this secondary port. Whoops, looks like I shifted it over one. Oceanside Tower, let's see. Nope. There it is. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be, it's not there yet. This is going to be a secondary bridge that leads back out of the ship. The main bridge that comes in already connects to the network, so these are sort of further extensions that connect through the main train line. We'll take a look at those in a little bit. But first, I believe I did capture this. Let's see, schematic placements, load. Auto dispenser is in there, so I should be able to throw it away. And the only real objective of this thing is to just automatically deliver these back into the water stream. So that looks like it's working. I'll have a hopper feed into that. I'm concerned it might be a little long in this direction, so I'll just need to make sure that that there's enough space for it in the water column. And so I guess it's time to get started with some of this. So we got a dispenser, or no, this is a dropper. We need a couple of these comparators. I need one comparator at least. One comparator and just one repeater. Everything else is just torches and some redstone. Looks like we got all of that, so let me just grab a dropper. Gotta make a dropper. Do. And so we're gonna get a dropper. Put that back. We got enough stone. The stone's in the walls, so I think that should be good. And here we go. We're gonna try and get some things done. Do I have hoppers? I do. So I think we are all set for installing this auto dispenser. It's always a little nerve-wracking to work with existing water. So we're going to put that there so it doesn't wash out everything. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be a little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might just have to move the door over a little bit. It's never been an official door. There's just, it's just been a hole. So, did I put that? I think Miss Cockapoo might have put that there. I'm not sure. Anyhow, yeah, this character might have to get moved. He's a mending. I don't know if we need him anymore. I think we have a few others that are mending 1. Let me see here. Not sure how the audio volume is, but I suspect it's okay. So, just want to do a double check on some things. Yeah, I might just drop that a little bit. Just a little bit of audio adjustment there. And okay, so we need to place a auto dispenser. And it's going to need to face the right way. Well, actually, it's too big for me to see. So, let's see. I think we're just going to have to move to an area I can see it first. Move to player. And there we go. Okay. So, it's going to need rotating. And is that sufficient? Did I not rotate it in the right direction? Where the heck is it? Ba-dum-bum. Vigor, move to player. Which way is that way? There we go. That's the way it needs to face. And yeah, so it's got 1, 2, 3 blocks behind it. This might fit. This might fit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess we'll just get rid of 1 layer of wall. I think that will be fine. Put the torch back so we can see what's going on. And now is the trick of putting it into position. Configure. Let's move it this way, then that way, then this way a little more. I think I need to clear out just a little more room. I have a silk. Silk. Okay. Yes. This is the stuff I'm trying to not interfere with. Okay. Let's just slide it forward a little bit. Where's configure? Subregion has been modified. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to ignore it. And I think this I think this shall do. In fact, I might even be able... No, yeah, I will need to use 1 spawn. Okay. We're good. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Oh dear. Actually, I can go 1 level up. Because this is actually going to be... Come on. There we go. Need some light. This is where it's going to be. On the bottom. So let's take that out. And we're going to try... Oops. To not wash everything away. And we're going to install this guy here. I believe. Let's see if F4 can save us. Yes, he is facing the right way. Oh no. I just need to put that in there. I'm starting to pick things up from the water line. Alright, now we need a comparator. There we go. And now we can start just filling in the blanks. I think we should be pretty good. This should be pretty easy. I think everything is going to work. Everything is going to be alright. There we go. Do. And then a little do. Whoops. And then a do there. Do I have a torch? Let's grab a torch. Let's grab a couple torches. There's a torch. There's, oops. There is a torch. And there is the block. Uh-huh. It's happening. It's happening, people. It's amazing. It's actually working. Okay. Get some redstone dust. We gotta do that. I think we're gonna need to carve out another level to fill that in. Yep. Am I able to remove this without everything getting bad? Yes, I am. And then here, I don't need the pumpkins. I do need a repeater. This also needs to be set with just a little bit of delay. And there we are. I think that's actually it. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's put a torch in here so we can get rid of this. Go down a level, and I think we're good. Let's try and get our way back out of here. Poop. Let's put that back in. We don't need that. I think we're good. Next, I just need. I need something I should have done before I closed it. Let's see. F4 shows me that it is right there. Is it right there, or is it right there? Is it right there or there? There? There. There. I think we're good. I think we got it. Okay. Yes. We are. We are good. There we go. 1, 2. Let's put. Nope. Nope. There we go. Feed in to that. Then cover it up with snow. Snow, I say. Let's see. Do I hear? I don't know if I hear it operating. Let's go in and check. Ba-da-ba. Okay. Power 0. Why is it power 0 from there? Why am I not getting a signal from it? Is this how today's gonna be? Hello? It's there. Oh. That would be it. I was missing a piece of dust. Okay. There we are. And let's see. If nothing else is messed up, then I think we should be good. Let's put that away and see what's going on. I'm gonna get rid of that, and then get rid of that, and then check there. Okay, there's nothing in there. I just want to make sure that it's all actually doing stuff. Do. So let's put that in there. Let's drop, I don't know. There we go. Excellent. Excellence. We have a working recycle system. Let's this here. There we go. All set. Now it's just a matter of closing up the stuff I don't need to have open. And we are good. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna have to cover this all up with snow. Excuse me. And I guess we can open that. Place some snow there. There we go. No major change. Let's see. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. Redstone accomplishment number 1. Hey, that's not bad. That took, what, just a few minutes? And now we have a way to put all of the messed up unsorteds back into the cycle and have them automatically sorted. So I can grab a bunch of this and this and this. And if this guy will move, do I want a hopper? I think I want a hopper. Let me put this wool away. I don't know where that went. Let's grab a hopper. So we just have an external drop point that we can dump everything in. Do. There we go. Excellent. Excellence. And so I'll do most of the rest of this later. I don't know why there's glass in there. Don't know why there's anything in there, really. I think it's just the sorter system can get overloaded if there's too many items running through together at the same time. You need to move, man. Thank you. Dump that. Dump it. Dump. Dump. Excellent. Purple, green. Something. We're not going to do all this sorting for now, but at least it is now. I just want to hear it work a couple times. I may delay that a little more, but I was going to do a free cam to see if I can just double check that it's working, but I think it's working. Okay, accomplishment number 1. Very good. Not sure what these are. Oh, just supplies. Building stuff. Good deal. Oh, I'm gonna need some iron. So let's see. I feel like there should be more iron in there. I really do. Let's just take a look at the farms real quick and see if Luminaria's farms are still functioning. Sometimes, if there's a iron golem walking around, new ones don't spawn in anymore. So, if we can just take a look and see if we find anybody. Gonna cheaty block. No. There's a bat, and everything else looks like it's working. I do sometimes wonder if the iron golems in the main area upstairs are preventing these from spawning new ones. Oh no, there they are. Okay. They're there. They're falling in. I know Miss Kakapo made this some time ago, and it has been working. It just seems that the spawning rates for the other two have not been that regular. And I hear a zombie. I guess he's that one. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good for now. There might just not be a lot of iron. I've been using a bunch of it. I do know that. And we're going to use a whole bunch more. Okay, this guy is completed. Get rid of this. Do. We're good. All good. Everything go back in to the pouch. I don't know why I use a blue pouch for the redstone, but there we go. Very nice. Okay, so for today, what I'm going to be looking at is installing. Oh, there is some iron in here. I'm going to be installing some blinky lights on the side, actually in the side, not external. Can I get up here? I can do underneath and then overhead. There we go. This is not a very friendly area to be hopping around in. It's got a bunch of stuff going on. Okay. Let's see what we need to do here. I think we are going to look at, what was it, ship left tracing lights. There we go. Hey Shadow, sorry I didn't see your chat there. Ooh, that's not a good thing to fall in. Decorative lava. It'll kill you just as fast as non-decorative. And let's just go back in here and see what's going on. I need to move this to me, and I think this is facing the right way. I'm gonna really have to remember to hold shift here because okay, all right, yes, that looks correct. Okay, let's move it towards the wall. And the idea with this is, let's see, down one and then over, ready for over. I think that might be where it goes. Hard to say with confidence because it was from a template that I put together in my personal creative world. I think this is right. It looks right. It looks like it's feeling like it's where it's supposed to go. I think. Okay. Okay, here we go. We need a bunch of redstone lamps. We need some copper. We need a whole bunch of comparators. And a big buttload of hoppers. Okay, so it is positioned in the correct place. I think that is enough space to have the trigger configured somewhere. You know, I'm going to have to cheaty cam this and just double check because I don't want to have to do this twice. Okay. I would hate to have to yank everything out Do it again. Yes, this does look correct. It feels as good as it's going to get. Okay. And let's make a stack of repeaters. Or not repeaters, comparators. Let's go in here. We need, I think we need a bunch of chests first. We should have probably tried to prepare some items before the stream, but you know, that's just the way it goes. Dump that in there. Let's make some chests. Let's make some hoppers. That's just 8. Jeez. Was that just 8 hoppers? Holy cow. You know, we're going to use bamboo, because the bamboo is practically free. And that's going to take a lot more chests than I thought it would. I forgot to multiply by 8. And yeah, so here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We're gonna make a lot of chests. Do 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 do. And then this. And then this. And then this. Alright, I think. Alright, so there's what, 11, 20, 31. I might need a bit more iron. And they're just not dying fast enough down there. Do. Let's make those. We got 42. I think that might actually be enough. 51. If 51 isn't enough for at least the first set of lights, then I'm just being silly. Okay, so let's put the iron away that we don't need. And I think we're good on that. We need some comparators. Oh. Do. Open the door. There we go. Do. You know, we're gonna throw all those in there for now. I'm gonna make a bunch of comparators, if I can remember how to make comparators off the top of my head here. It is stone and torches, I believe. And we're going to need some more sticks for torches. Alright, let's just see if it shows up. It does. That is correct. That's a bunch of them. And that's only 4. Okay. I'm hoping. Yes, that recipe still works. I think there's someone's child is screaming in the hallway. That's always nice. We're going to make some more torches. What? Oh, I thought you just got them from regular planks. Let's put the snow away. Snow we'll deal with later. I have plenty of snow. Sticks. I got too much stuff in my inventory here. Let's get some of this out of here. Some more sticks, more torches, some more of these comparators. I'm gonna need like a whole ton of these. I need to just stop trying to do it. There we go. And how many do I need? You know, I'm going to use that many. And we'll see how that does. That's it. Holy cow. I think I got to do a little trading here. Yeah. Well, we got to do some trades. And at some point I got to make a nice area for these villagers. They've just been in this sort of dirt hole for quite a while. They deserve better than the dirt hole. But they had to be protected because they kept getting killed. Ba-dum-bum. I need stone. Let's put the torches away, grab a stack of stone, and 24, is that enough? Probably not. Repeaters, more repeaters, 34, I think this will get us started. Grab those hoppers. We do need a little bit more dust. Let's put the emeralds away, get the dust out. Let's put the sticks away, don't need that. Need to stop carrying around the water bucket. Actually, you know what? As soon as I die, I'm going to regret not carrying around the water bucket. We need some copper. Need a bit of copper. Copper slabs. Cut copper slabs. I think we need more copper slab than that, but I'm just going to use some different types to clean that out. And here we go. Just checking on something. There we go. All right. Okay, we're a half hour in and we're already on Redstone project number 2. Oh shoot. I need a bunch of redstone lamps. I need redstone lamps. Let's see. I got that much of that. Can I do all of them? Not quite. Let's put some things away. Need more. More dust. It's a dusty day. That's fine. Make those. There we go. There's 12. Do I need more? I think I'm going to need more. I think it might be trading time again. Let's see. Ooh. Might have to go back up to the Welcome Center and grab some more. Some more emeralds. 18. I'm not sure if that is sufficient, but I do keep picking up armadillo poop. I do wish they didn't have armadillos release as many, excuse me, scutes as they do. It's kind of annoying. Okay. Oh, now the hiccups have kicked in. That's wonderful. All right. We're going to just start populating some things so I feel like there's at least something getting done here. Polished tough. We can put the lamps in. Oh, if that's not enough lamps, I'll be disappointed. There we go. Ooh. No, not that one. There we go. I think we're just going to have to live with things not being the same oxidation level. That's fine. They'll oxidize in time. Don't die in lava. Don't die in lava. There we go. We got some stuff going. All right. All right, all right. And now let's put these in. Oh, this will be nice if I can just put them all in this way. Oh, wonderful. They're behaving. That's freaking terrific. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. And then one more. Ba-da-ba-ba. Is there a block there? There is. I put the... Oh, careful, careful, careful. I put... Nope. I screwed that up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So only thing left is the tough and these guys. So that goes in that way. And that is incorrect here. No. I said that way. Thank you. Is that right? That is right. Okay. Whoa. Now. Ooh, repeater. Did I remember to do this? I don't think so. So the idea here is that there's two light patterns. One is a circulating item in these hoppers will create some moving light effects. And then to turn that off but keep the lights on, I will tap into this circuit somewhere here to trigger this to then disable the circulating item and turn on a permanent light. Let's see if I can see it. Let's see if I can see it. Can I see it? I don't see it. Oh, I see a lost hopper that I don't think I'm going to get to. Signal comes in, goes out to here, turns that on, and then what? And then what? Oh, then they accumulate and the lights sort of build up. Okay, now I remember. It's been a while since I worked on this particular piece of redstone. And boy, I'm going to need more copper. Alright, so I think I got enough lanterns in. I need a bunch of copper, some cut copper, and I'm going to need to slice that. I need some tough, ideally polished, so I don't have to work too hard to place it. Thank y'all. And I think we're making progress. I think we are actually going to be able to have one of these installed. Nice, nice. Good. There we are. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Do I not have a repeater? I do have a repeater. Thank you. There we go. The repeater repeats. And am I missing anything on this side? Tough. A torch. And no, that should be it. Can I get that thingy back? Can I get that thingy back without risking my life? You know, it's just a hopper. I'm gonna live without it. Okay. So now here, Oh. Nope, nope, nope. Not facing down. I want facing that away. Oh, guys, come on, hoppers. You keep hopping away from me. The hoppers are hopping away. Fridge. Grr. I don't really care enough. Okay. I don't care enough about a single hopper to try and risk my life for that hopper. Oh, come on, guys. Don't be so uncooperative. Thank you. Okay. There, 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 and there, 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 not there, there, there. And let's see. I think we can continue that. I think they're going. They're going. They're actually going into place. This one. Let's just tackle it from reverse and see if we can. There, there, and there. All right. I think we made it. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Let's drop something in one of these hoppers. Just to see if it does the round. I think it should. What do I want to put in there? I'll just put a piece of something. There we go. Excellent. Up. And that is... There's a bug. Gotta fix the bug. Oh, come on. There we go. Don't die. Okay, don't die. Try not to die. There we go. Let's put that in. Drop it in. Ah, you dummy. There we go. And there we go. Okay, now can we do that and that successfully? Let's debug this. Dump it in. And then we should be able to see a nice, regular, repeating tracer that cycles. Excellent. One more time. Yes. Yes. Here, let me just... There we go. Okay. Nope. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. And that. Now, I think I do need to manually put in some of the redstone in the front of it for the second set of light mode. So instead of just being a blinky light, it can also turn off and be a there we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't know whose child is outside talking, but I can hear it through my headphones, so it must be loud. Okay, let's grab that. This one's the wrong way. Put it there. Put it there. All right, so that should be should be there. Grab a solid cut copper. See if we can go back in and paste it. Oh dear. Did I block myself out of a path here? I think I did. Ah, here we go. Alright. Put this on top. Oh. Yes, I understand. You don't like it. Okay. Ba-do-do-do. Yep, we need another repeater. I suspect I'm going to need more repeaterage. But I think this is the end of this side. I do need to put a bunch of items in these, not sure exactly how many. Let's make sure I have enough redstone. Yes, need dust. I need to put that in front of those comparators. Let's just see if it's there. I don't think it is. Oh. Yes, no. It is not there yet. Okay, let's climb up there into the storage area loft section. Shoot. Did I do that to myself? I did that to myself. Oh, I did that to myself too. How do I get up there? I think we can... Oh. Can we get back up here? Yes, we can. There we go. Alright. We're almost done with this entire set of lights. Oh, you dummy. Oh, you dummy. Okay. Let's try that again. All right. Now. How many items do I want to put in there? I think I need to put a bunch. I think I need a bunch. So I have one item. Do I feel like something got caught? I feel like there should be an item circulating. I think I might have screwed that up. Let's see. Oh, no, it's right here. Aha. It has been turned off. I need to turn it back on. Ba-dum-boom. Thinking. Let's see. Ugh. Putting your stuff into a very compacted area can be a bit of a self-sabotage. Let's see if just using the lever will turn some things off. Okay. I think so. That will turn off. I feel like this is unnecessary. This may be unnecessary. I think this I'm going to use for a switch to control things later. for now, I'm going to turn it off. And I think, there we go. That gives me my moving lights. And that should stay on. Good. Okay. That stays on. Now I need to populate the I need to populate the hoppers at the ends with a bunch of junk. What do I have in the form of junk? Gold nuggets. I think I got a big old ton of gold nuggets. Do I use iron nuggets? I'm gonna use iron nuggets. Actually, I have more gold than I have iron, so we're going with gold. I can replace them later. Doesn't really matter. Let's see how much we need. Not quite sure how many need to go into these end hoppers. But we're gonna... no, we're going to... There we go. Stuff this thing full of nuggets. And figure out how much nuggetage we need to use. That's definitely not enough. Oh. Ba-dum-bum. Nuggets, lots of nuggets. Stuff in this thing full of nuggets. Okay. So once I flip this switch, that should start filling this hopper with an increasing amount of nuggets. Good, good, good. It's actually functioning. And let's see here. More nuggets. We need more nuggets. I need the power signal to reach at least midway. I think we're about there. So now I can stuff this other side with nuggets. Do. Not enough. Almost. Almost. Did that do anything? Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. All right. We have enough to fully illuminate both sides. Almost. Maybe 1, 2 more. There we go. Okay. God, I'm afraid of this lava. All right. I think we are set. Whoops. Nope, nope, nope. We need one more. At least one more nugget. Is that it? Is that it? Yes, that is it. Okay. Turn it off, and they should begin to go down. And I see the... You know, I suspect nuggets are not going to be the ideal thing to use here. I think they're just going to go too slow. How about ender pearls? I'm sure I have enough villagers to give me some copious amounts of ender pearls. So let's see if we can put these back together. There we go. Yeah, I suspect this whole ender pearl business will do better than the nuggets. All right, well, it was an experiment. Gonna find out. Going to find out. Because I think I need ender pearls. Because those just didn't move fast enough. Do. So let's replace that. Put those away. Do I need the tough? Not at the moment. We're only going to do one side for now. Just double check what time it is. Oh well, we're already an hour in. Holy cow. Okay. About an hour in. I'm going to get some pearls. Actually, I'm not going to use those. I'm going to fly up to the Welcome Center and get a whole stash of them. How many am I going to need? Let's just take this just in case. Just in case. I'm going to see what is necessary. Let's go in here. Grab some of these. And I think do you guys do it? Yes, you do it. Oh. That was unnerving. I forgot. You got to be careful how you click on these guys. Sometimes I smash them with my tools. Oh, not that one. Oh, what the heck, that one. Do. Grab some more. Grab all of them. Because I think I'm going to need a bunch. Maybe one more stack. Oh, what the heck. I'll just turn them all. Turn them all into ender pearls. Okay. That should be good. What was in this corner? It was not that. I want to say it was this. But I'm not quite positive about that. Oh, my food. Thank you. There we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Alright, so we're going to go back down. We are going to toss the ender pearls in. And then at a later date, I'm going to hook the rest of it up to the day-night signal and figure out when I want these two modes of lighting to kick in. As right now, I think we've got the tracers. Yep, the tracers are still running. Tracers are happy. They're happy. There we go. 1, 2.5. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see if that's enough. And I'll grab 1, 2.5 for the other side. Oh. Were there still things? Oh. That's so odd. That's so odd. I don't know why those were in there. 1, 2.5. If I take out 4. 2. Yeah, 2. Not enough. 3. 16, 16, 3. Good deal. All right. So that's all I needed there. Oh, the hiccups. And gonna go ahead and put in. Put these nuggets away. I think we're good. Looks like we are good with nuggets. It feels nuggeted. All right. Now, I'm going to end up using some of these signals to turn this on at some point. Power 0. Yes, okay. So, if that is power 0, then there we go. That's much faster. Much faster. What was I using? 1616.3? I think I was using 1616 and 3. We'll see if that's enough. Let's actually turn that back on just to see if it's enough to light everything back up. Darn it, just one short. Oh no, more than one short. Well, then maybe the short side isn't this one. Do I care? Let's add back to this side. 4, 5. Really? Well, maybe we need 6. Oh, we need more than 6. That's crappy. Okay, let's see. Crappity crap. Let's see. 7. Oh, we're starting to irritate me. There we go. 8. Don't know why it's 8, but it is. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't fall in lava there. Put that away. And I think, aside from the control mechanism, which is going to take a little more thought and experimenting, well, let's see. What do we need to do here to make it work correctly? Smooth quartz block, we can use that, that's fine. If I put smooth quartz on this side, then I can put a redstone torch on the side of this one, and then just use dust. Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. To do that, there we go. Okay, okay. All right, it's blinking. We got the tracers on. I think we might be good. Now, ideally, I don't want it running all day long. I'd like it to be operating only when it's at maybe power level 1. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. We'll have to just see. We'll have to just see what comes through at nighttime. What time is it? Oh, it's early. Okay. Yeah, we need to see. Go away, piggy. Thank you. That's why I have a golem in my portal, to get rid of the piggies. And I think we're good. Let's just take a look here and see if it's even noticeable. Yeah, it's really not that noticeable during the day. Yeah, I want them active at night, not during the day. I'm gonna have to do some pondering on how to trigger it, because the two modes are sort of interconnected. Let's see. Let's do some thinking here. If, then else. All right, so if daylight, then pause those. I think the pause is what that extra torch was that I got rid of. That was just sort of floating over here. And that's fine, I think. I think that's fine. Let's see what happens if I use a target block on top of this. Is that right? Oh, that might do it. Because ideally, what I want, oh, silly, is for this signal to hold this during the day. Then I want a stronger signal at night when it's reached full night time to activate the rest of the lights. So I might have to do a comparator thing. Let's see. Do we need a comparator thing? I may, and I don't know if I have enough room for that. Let's see. Comparator in. I can put a subtractor. Oh, but that's going to interfere with this one. So this is also off during the day. When this is pushed down, keeping those off. So here, I don't know. This bottom one's going to be a little tricky. It's going to be a little tricky. A little bit tricky. What about... Okay, so that's a half slab, so it's not getting turned on until it's on top of this. Now I could take a target block. I don't know. Let's just see what happens if I turn this one on. Does that turn this one off? No, it does not. Okay, so that's an issue. Can I get back up there? There we go. So that's not going to turn that off correctly. That's a shame. Pooey. Pooey dooey. I can fetch this signal from here. Yes, I can fetch this signal from here on top of another block if I use just a regular block of something like this. Oh, what about you? Can I use a target block on that? No, that's not going to work right. I need something that will shut this off. I need something to shut this one off. That's going to be tricky. 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 We can do this. We can do this. This can be done. This can be done. I think. What I need is for this torch to get turned off. I also don't have to stop it at this side. I could stop it at the other side if that makes more sense. Does that make more sense? Maybe it does. I might have more room here to work with this. Let's see. This. And then be turned up here. I might have redstoned myself into a corner with this particular section. I think I'm going to do the rest of that offline. One thing that I did want to get into the program here is I want to share the wormhole that I've been working on for Mediza, or I'm sorry, Mazzycrafter. Mazzycrafter's been on vacation for some time. What is that? Squid. There we go. All right. Well, hey, at least that portion of the lights is working correctly. Let's double check. Are these installed? No, they're not installed. How much darkness am I looking for? I'm looking for complete darkness. Yeah. So I want complete darkness to turn on the solid lights, and maybe partial darkness. Let's see what happens now that a person has slept. That turns that off. And now okay. Yeah, I think I get it. I think I know what I'm looking for. But I will work on that another time. And I think that is all I'm going to worry about for these lights. I'll figure out the timing later. But I'm at least glad that the overall tracing lights and the solid on feature is now working. I may take care of the rest of that tomorrow or another time. I'm seeing messages. Do 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 do. Oh, poor Sarah is having issues with her streaming setup. And I think she comes on after me. Let me just double check that and see. Do 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 do. She is after me at 6, I think. Okay. Well, if she can't make her spot, then that is perfectly fine. I can either continue for a little extra. We're already an hour 20 in, which that went much faster than I thought it would. Yeah, if she needs me to fill in for a few minutes while she gets some last things sorted out, I can take care of that. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know how long we'll go. Well, it's all up in the air, and that's fine. That's how life is sometimes. I think we can get rid of this quartz. And the ender pearls, I'll get more ender pearls later for the other side. I have 3 more of those light setups to install that I'll do offline at some point. And right now, not enough room. That's fine. Right now, I think, since I've only got another 40 minutes, I do have this thing to install. I think I'm going to hop off and jump over to my creative world to show what I've been working on in terms of Minescript. So that's my redstone. We're going to jump over to Minescript. This is where I was working on. As you can see, I made more progress on Scarworld than in my template. And so I'm going to jump over here and let's take a look at this wormhole thing. I think it's over here. Let's see. I might have my bearings off a bit. Let's see. Is it this way? I think this might be the planet. Yeah, that's the planet, which we will discuss another time. But the wormhole should not be too far. There we go. There we go. So, Mazzy Crafter asked me to try and make a wormhole. And the pictures he was showing me, I was like, that's a whole lot of blocks to place. Very precisely. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So what I did is I wrote a script that will generate a wormhole for you. Now, if I haven't changed the script too much, then it should still work and not be broken. But if I've been doing things to it, then it might be messed up. So let's see. That is the existing wormhole. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a little bit away from it. And now I'm going to share. Actually, here, let me keep it in focus for just a second and keep it to the side. Let's turn off F1 so it can be seen. And if OBS allows me to share my script, yes. Yes. Okay. This is how it works, basically. We have Minescript is it's basically Python for Minecraft, so you can run commands, and the commands that I'm going to be executing are dependent on the player's position. So we grab our XYZ coordinates, we round them to whole integers, and that's going to be our sort of center XYZ location. And then these are the parameters that I've decided. I asked him, you know, what size of the hole and what size of the outer edge. So inner radius is going to be 37. And that is the size of the actual black part in the center. Outer radius is how far should the arms spiral out to. How many arms do you want? So far 6 has looked the best. You know, if you change it to 7, it's not worse. It's just maybe a little more crowded. Arm spread is how much should they, basically the spiral curvature factor. How many points on arm? This is a value I don't think is necessary anymore. I think it's sort of an upper limit. How many layers? And this is in the Z direction. So how many layers thick, you know, X and Z are your horizontal coordinate axes, and then Y is your vertical. So I'm layering in the Z direction. Z variation is how much randomness do we introduce as we do each of these 4 layers. So actually I'm going to do, let's do 5, and Z variation, I'm just going to leave it at 3 for now. Total block count, this is an accumulator. I don't think I actually use it for anything. And then placed here is a list of all the coordinates of blocks that I've already placed so that I don't start overlapping or rewriting over any positions. Then I have some basic helper functions. This is going to choose a block from my gradient list. So here I have the stained glass color types. Fill block is really just for the black center. I don't pass a coordinate into it. I can probably just use, actually, so here I don't want to be checking this place things. I want to make sure that I fill it in. So there's that. And then here is my first real function. This is going to be scanning in an X and Y coordinate pattern. So we're just doing a grid of X and Y. So this is going to be a vertically oriented square. But instead of being a square, I'm going to check is X squared plus Y squared less than or equal to inner radius plus 10 squared. So that's what that star 2 is. That is raised to the power of. And that is going to give me the Pythagorean limitation of what is a circle fitting inside of a square. So if the point that we're looking at as we make a rectangular scan, just a grid, if the point we're looking at is within that radius, then we're going to fill block. We're also going to add some randomness. So as I get closer to the edges of this inner radius, so here I'm doing inner radius squared minus x and y squared. So how do I explain that? Basically, I'm just looking at closer to the edge. Add some random skipped holes. So as you can see, there's a few holes that poke out. So it's not completely solid. His plan for this is for it to be in the end. So in the end dimension, we don't have sky peeking through. It'll all look black, and it won't be as noticeable. But yeah, so that's his planned location for this. And so this just gives you that central black solid space. Down here, we have the actual code to, let me see if I can, alright, I don't want it to wrap, but I think it's going to wrap regardless of what I try and do here. Yeah, we're just going to have to deal with the wrapping. Anyways, for this section, these are the actual arms and layers of the actual wormhole itself. So for portal layer, and so this is going to be my Z direction. So if I just said one layer, then it would just do 0. Well, I guess it would do 2. I guess I'd have to say portal layer 0 in range 0 to 0. I don't know. But that's going to be my Z direction. And so now in each layer, I want to calculate an arm. So counting how many spiral arms there are. I think I just set it to 7. So we're going to go from either 1 to 7 or 0 to 7. I want to say if you omit the first parameter, it just gives you the total count from 1 to the value. I don't remember my default Python behavior for that particular range function use case. I usually have a start and an end position. But this is sort of the shape written out in a sort of procedural format. So it's 2 pi divided by arms times arm plus random. And that's going to be the first part of my base angle. So 2 pi gives me a full circle, divided by the number of arms gives me a slice, or, you know, if it was 6, that'd be 2 pi divided by 6 would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we are adding arm plus random. This gives me just a little bit of variation. So this is sort of the starting position. And yeah, this is giving me my sort of starting randomization. So here we have 2 times pi divided by spiral arms. So that gives me how many degrees is an arm supposed to be separated from the other arms. And then I'm going to multiply that by the current arm. So if this is arm 1 or arm 2, then I'm multiplying that base angle, and I'm adding some randomness to it. And then I'm also adding spiral arms times portal layer. Times portal layer divided by portal layers. Oh, so this is an additional base angle to give it a twisting effect as you go back in the layers. So portal layer is which Z level are we looking at, and as we progress down Z, we're going to add a little percentage of more rotation. So that way it's not just a bunch of stacked arms on top of each other. I want them to have an offset so that it gives it a bit of a curve. Arm thickness, we just generate a random value. Let me rechange this. There we go. And then, so for range points in arm, here, I guess I am using the points in arms. It's been a little while since I've looked at my code. And there's people. Why are people always yelling in the hallway? Anyhow, for I in range point to arms. So we're going to go from 0 to the end. I think it was 600 or 800. Let's see. 800 points in each arm. So we're going to take a sort of ratio, and that's what this T is. So from 0 to 100%, and 100% is going to reach 800. I'm going to calculate a sort of T, which gives me like, we're just going to call it a percent. So inner radius plus percent times outer minus inner radius will give me what my current location in an outward direction. If I'm at 0%, I should be close to the inside. If I'm at 100%, I should be close to the outside. So that is what R is going to give me. That's my radius or distance from the center. And then the angle is going to be that base angle of the arm. Arm spread. Did I compute that up here? Arm spread. Yes, so this is the tightness of how much spiralness, I guess, we're looking for. And so that's arm spread times T. And we're going to add just a little bit of random plus minus angle to give them a scattered look. Otherwise, it just looks like a solid structure and it doesn't look natural. So we have our percent outward, we have our radius, or we have our percent, we have our radius and our angle. The percent is used to compute the radius and the angle. So R and angle are the only real things that we need, and we're going to base this off of our player's X, Y, and Z coordinates. So we use that as our origin, and then we're going to multiply in X is going to be the cosine of the angle, Y is going to be the sine of the angle, and that's pretty much it. Z, we're doing a fairly manual Z level, so Z comes from this variation where we're adding or subtracting a random amount, and then we're also progressively moving that layer forward in the Z direction. So that's pretty much it for computing where to put the blocks. We figure out what block we should be using for this percentage down the line of that particular arm. And then we place the block at these computed locations, and then we add one to the count. Now I had a, let's see if placed, yeah, here we go. So here we're checking whether or not we've already put a block in this position. And if we have, we're going to skip it and go back. Or we're just going to skip it, not go back. But if we haven't placed a block there, then we add to that list when we place it. So this prevents the spirals from overwriting each other. And that's it. That's it for this particular fairly simple. Well, I mean, once you start getting into like triggy stuff, it's not always super simple. But yeah, let's go back and let's see if it still runs, or if I've corrupted the file. Oh, you know what I need to do is I need to save it in the right instance because we upgraded from 121.4 to 121.7. Let's see. Minescript. Oh, let's save here. It is not saved. There we go. Save. Wormhole. Wormhole. And let me turn the Python script off. And so now we just run the wormhole script, and there it is. Oh, did it fail somewhere? It might have failed. What happened? Do-do-do. I think I possibly broke something in the upgrade to the script. I'll have to check that. I will have to check that at some other time. Not quite sure where the blocks went. Did it give me an error message? Here, let's wipe this out and see. Because I don't see. Exited with error code 1. Oh yes, here we go. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? So we got through the first part. I'm not sure how to see the error logs from Minescript anymore. I think they changed it again. And again and again and again. So that at least gives me the center base. And actually, this doesn't look right either. I think they changed multiple things. Let's see. Here, let's just save that and try it again. Am I saved in the right instance? Yes, I am. So maybe my... Yeah. I suspect there's an update to Minescript that is not working. Or there's a typo. Let me really quickly check something here. Probably not the best place to see me debugging. Minescript error log. Yeah, there's no way to find out real quick. Well, that's stinky. Maybe next time I'll show that script in a working format. I don't know, but I suspect there might be like an extra space or typo, or the columns don't line up or some garbage like that. That is a thing that I really don't like about Python is the indentation stuff. Yeah, it's working here. Am I missing something? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't really care enough right now. So we're just gonna head back to Scarworld, and you can see at least that this was working. I'll have to debug it off screen, but here, this is what I'm talking about with the Z thickness. that it's not just a flat disk. The hole itself is a flat disk, but not the rest of the blocks. They have some thickness. So I may try and add a bit more thickness to it. It could be thicker. And adding the twist can be a challenge sometimes if that's not how it's working. But yeah, so that's my okay. Oh, I understand, Sarah. Yeah, that's no problem. That's no problem. So it looks like I will be the last of the Scarworld streamers for today. But yeah, that is the script. Golly, I wish I could see what error message it's giving me. It used to give you error messages. Let's see. Google Minescript show errors. Prince2 system. Right, okay, I get that. But it's not visible to me, so that doesn't really help. Let's see. What is the message I'm getting? Just says exited. Do. Okay. We're going to... here we go. I see. Let's give all error messages. So let's see. All right. I think I want to wipe out this thing. Set block where I am to stone. Do. Yes, that's up here. Stone. And we're going to go down here. And we're going to set stone again. And I set the first position, now I set the second, and then I do set air. And after a few seconds, that will register. There we go. So now, if we do wormhole, and then what is it, ampersand 2 thingy chat. All right, let's see. Exited with error code 1. That's garbage. Come on. Let's see if I can add traceback to this. Here, let me show you what I'm Pythonating. So, if anyone else out there ever wants to fight with the madness of Python. So we're importing traceback and system. And what we're going to do is wrap the entire thing in an exception. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Let's try and do this. I guess we'll just see if this works here. All of that works, all of that works, all of that works, but this for some reason is giving me an error. So we're going to do try and catch. And let's see. Let's hide the Python and see if going back we get any error message. I just want it to tell me what's wrong. This should here we go. Random.uniform. Oh, they've changed it now. Arm thickness, random.uniform. Arm thickness, random.uniform. What? We'll do this. I guess there's no... They're required parameters now. Okay, fine. Fine, be that way, be that way. Let's see if I already have these covered. There we go. All right, most of them. Okay, let's see. Here's for the win. Wormhole. There we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. Oh, it's success. Oh, it's so nice and it's successful. And so it chooses a slightly different set of random numbers every time you run it. And so every wormhole you generate is unique. I know there's some people who don't like automated or generated stuff. I don't think Scar likes it. But I see it more as a continuation of Minecraft's procedural generation. You know, your world is procedurally generated to be, you know, random deserts and biomes and forests and oceans and whatnot, and all the placement of things. I just see this as a way to decide how you want it to particularly extend your world. I'll clean that up later. But yeah, so here you can see there's a bit more of a gap between these two here. There's more of a double gap on this side. So these are different, and they will always be different every time you run this wormhole. In fact, you know what? Here, let's since we have the time, let's play with a few more parameters, and let's see. Because yeah, we're coming up to the end of when I would be handing off, but Chronically Crafty is having some technical difficulties, and I sympathize. I had some different types of technical difficulties earlier in the day, and it made me want to just sort of... I know it doesn't make any sense to put your hand through the screen, but goodness, I wanted to just smash the screen so bad. You really got to kick the CPU instead of smash the screen. So let's look at what the parameters are that I'm playing with here. So we have spiral arms. Let's make it 8. And I think we have enough points per arm. Portal layers, we're going to take us up to 7. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hide the script, and we're gonna come back. And so these are with 6. You know, I like how it leaves a sort of dangling extra loop, or, you know, just the edges of them sort of hang out there, kind of nice. Let's go over to the side a little bit, because it is big. And I'm gonna run it again. Let's see what 8 looks like with seven layers deep. Now just remember, if you're going to paste this in a creative world, you're going to have to place these blocks yourself. See, I don't know. I think that's too much. I think it's too filled in. I think, you know, sometimes less is more. So that was 7 arms. I'm sorry, 8 arms with 7 layers. So 7 layers deep. How about we bring it back down to, let's do 5. We'll do 5 arms, 7 layers deep. So that was 8 arms, 7 layers. I'm going to do 5 arms, 7 layers. I don't know. See, it's hard to say. Sometimes less is more. It's just, Okay, ready? Wormhole. Alright. This one's going. We got a bit of a variation here. Okay. See? And again, trying to reproduce it just by trying to run the code. Hit their PC across the attribute. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's days. There's days when I'd just love to beat the crap out of my computer. See, it looks nice from this direction. Oh, it's got more 3D squishiness to it. That's squishy. I like that. It's got a bit more depth on this side. Now, I'm not sure if I'm balancing where the hole is, if it's in the front or the back. It looks to be maybe just 1 or 2 away from one side, so I think that might just be the Z variation. Well, no, see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's far, but this side is much further. Yeah, I'll investigate exactly how I'm positioning the hole. Spaceship go through the hole. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I think I'll have to ask him which his favorite is and see if maybe there's a way to incorporate a bit more randomness. Some of the pictures he was giving me had like perpendicular skew lines, so like a stream came out of the center instead of being, you know, flat around the perimeter. So I might look into that and see if there's a way to if there's a way to incorporate some more perpendicularness to it. Possibly some tangent operation to get like maybe a wrapping around. Hard to say. It might be a bit to ask for it to to make it aesthetically pleasing and be wrapped around in a way, because that's more of like an artistic flair of how do you want your three-dimensional element to stick out. Hmm. I could. Yeah, I don't know. I think I can add maybe an extra element of flair to it as it sort of pops out in the Z direction. But for now, I think that is it. So yeah, there was a Python update, or something that you have to specify the upper and lower bounds of your random uniform. I think it was just accepting no parameters and then just giving me like integers from 0 to 1. But oh goodness, there. To there. What did I hit? First, second. There we go. So yeah, so those are our wormholes of various parameters. I showed him a picture of it, and then he sent me a picture of what he was looking for, and it was like exactly, almost exactly the same. So that's nice if you're picturing something in your head and someone else is describing it to you, and then you actually make it, and they're like, "Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for." I enjoy that. That's nice. Most of the time, that's just a lucky guess, but I'll let him take a look at them and choose which one he thinks, or I might just give him the script. I think I sent him a copy of the script, but now in .7 I don't think it'll run without inserting those parameters, and I don't know if he's familiar with Python in all of its continuously changing glory. But yes, no, I think that is the meat of what we're going to be demonstrating here. So hey, you watched me debug. You watched me run a few samples. I think that's more than most programmers generally have the patience to do on a live stream. Redstone is one thing. Redstone is at least people can contribute, but if you're just talking to Minecrafters and you got a Python problem, you're kind of up a creek. See, look, I like how this one has more 3D-ness to the back of it. Like it just gives more of a, I don't know. He says no tunnels. He's burnt out on tunnels, and I understand that. He's been making a bunch of the nether tunnels on the server, so you know, it's a different kind of tunnel. But what we're gonna do is, now that we're at the cutoff time, so we're gonna wave hello to people. Yep, just about to wrap things up. Showed off some wormholeness, Python-y wormholeness. And then in the next day or so, I'm going to work on the this next bridge thing that goes here. And we shall see. So I'm going to go ahead and write in the book. Oh, snap. electric, Shmoo. Demonstrate a Minescript generated wormhole for Crafter. All in all, a general success. All right. I believe we're doing a server reset in just about a second here. So, I think that's it. I think that is all we are doing for today. We're gonna have a brief little server blink, and hopefully they fix the map art thing soon, because I wanted to do some more map art. I only did one picture, which was not much of a picture. It's just this orbital logo. But that's my favorite band. Has been for quite a long time. And I think that's it. We got some peeps. We got some peeps doing the peeper thing. And I'm gonna hop back over to the spawn world and put things away. And I thank you all. I think we had like 4 or 5 viewers at some point, so it's nice to have some live viewers. I know most of my views end up showing up after the VOD is posted, so this time I think I will leave the VOD up. I don't think I left it up last time. Maybe not. Not sure. But yeah, been busy with some new stuff. Going back to the old college to get a different bachelor's. Well, to get a bachelor's. I've done a ton of credits otherwise, but I just never completed the whole thing. So applying those credits to robotics, mechatronics. We'll see if there's any robot work in the future. I don't know what the heck is going on with the economy. It's all just a big, raging, steaming pile of mess. So, just doing what I can to keep myself occupied, entertained, and hopefully financially solvent in some way. So, I thank you all. Where's the light? Where's the light? There's the light. There's the light. How are you? Thank you all for showing up and stopping by, and I will see you next time. Possibly tomorrow. We'll see. I think if Sarah's still having issues, I might try and fill in tomorrow. So, who knows? We'll see. Take care, and have a good one. Bye-bye.